for a bit while I'm up here. I was up here trying to do a hardware jam at night. I was just too tired from the weekend, so I fell asleep and did a hardware jam this morning, uploaded it. And before I go out and do some music stores, I thought I'd just do a quick drive through if you guys haven't been up here. Obviously, much creepier and ambient at night and more eerie, but it's still a great view during the day. So I'll go ahead and switch to the front. Just gonna see, and I'm going to go down. This is a little turnout I always use. One year I forgot which one it was. I had to use another turnout, but this is my favorite one. So let's get rid of that car noise and motorcycle noise. Very busy road. It's clearly a commute road for a lot of people, as well as people live up here and workers. A lot of trucks coming by with stuff in the back. I'm going to clear my throat here. So let's do it. Let's put a little more wacky jam music in the background just so it's not super quiet and boring. Fix that view a bit. Alright, hopefully I don't get stuck behind some slow pokes, which happens a lot up here. People honking all morning. These really slow, like granny types, or just slow drivers all around the place. So like there's a slow one right there, slowing that guy down. It's remote enough. I'm getting cut off. Interesting. Just missed the school bus back there. There's another turnout with a view. Actually has a sign on it. It's an official turnout. Scenic overlook. Another one. I gotta watch out for bicycles here. I saw a lot of them coming up here. During Christmas time last year, or no, it wasn't last year, it was the year before, I think. I was up there for something else. There's all kinds of holiday decorations and stuff around here. So we're getting near Laurel Canyon. It's in a movie called Laurel Canyon with Kate Beckinsale. This is where it gets kind of boring here, so I think I'm going to turn. There's a little more twisty road, but now it's going the wrong way. It's going down the backside, away from Hollywood and Sunset Strip, where I don't want to go. But there's a very long road. It goes all the way around this mountain. Official scenic overlook with a big parking lot. The sun's got a lot of glare. Woo, look at that. Probably should wipe my windshield down too. That would make it a little bit better. So this basically goes down where I turned up last night after I went through Sunset Strip, down to Beverly Hills. Now it's going to cut me out again, probably. This is a spot here. Things comes up here in the open van. Hollywood tours. Yeah, sorry, windshield's a bit dirty. Can't tell till the sun hits it. Scenic overlook over there on the right, and on the left. There's some guys last night were late. Like fancy, expensive racy type cars. Most of them together, not solo, because they got to show off, right? Trying to race each other up here. Luckily, they didn't take that turn I was on and hit my car. But I was asleep at one point, so I wouldn't even noticed. Because I was trying to do some recording, and I just couldn't make it. I just slept till morning and then did my little music thing. Sometimes you get up early, you can see coyotes up here and stuff, so it's kind of fun hanging out up here when no one else is doing much up here. This is my little, I think this is for 909 day we did this. It's like 2 hardware synths, the 909, something else, effects. Now there's Coldwater. There's a sharp turn here. And all the parking are super expensive. And it's garbage day. You guys haven't seen Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2. Garbage Day. Gotta go check that out. Just a clip on YouTubers will watch it, but the movie's pretty funny actually. Now this low car's coming out. This is why it's better to come up here when no one is here, late at night or early in the morning. Because this time of day coming up here, all the sightseers come up here, and it's a nightmare getting up here. And driving, it's fun to drive quickly on a twisty road, but you just can't. Except for that little part I was up there, for a bit. But one car can ruin the whole thing. If you saw the U.S. mail booth they had at NAM, I guess advertising cheaper shipping or something, I don't know. It's kind of funny. So when it comes to Beverly, I think I have to turn left. I'm just dead reckoning with no GPS right now. Cars. Just imagine you lived up here. There's traffic every day from people living up here, also tourists and service vehicles. Woof. We got construction. I think this person, I just turned. Oh, you don't have to be that cautious. Come on. Oof. Nice, fancy, big houses with gated fronts. Super expensive. It's been a new asphalt. Probably similar to what they're doing in my neighborhood recently, putting new power lines, power boxes for PG. It's this kind of work. So offshoots off all the houses. This is the 180 BPM or higher channel. Just boring guitar samples that I was tweaking live. Here's Beverly Drive. Left. Oh, because Beverly Drive. I didn't know that. Last night I just kept driving on Beverly and became Coldwater. That's just a mess. Windshield is a mess. I have to wipe off the inside too. Now I go right. More nice houses. Anyhow, I'm here. I'll go ahead and drive through Sunset during the day because I have to go that way for Guitar Center anyway. So I'll just keep this going straight to Guitar Center. Actually not that far. So all the light up billboards you saw last night and watched the stream will be still very colorful but more boring. And not a lot of businesses stand out because they're not all lighted up. So and here is Sunset. Tree-lined street. I should turn down one of these. They have like palm trees and stuff. There's some really nice streets lined with palm trees. I can't remember which one it is though. Oh, I feel that look like that. That was a really pretty street. Let me go back on that one. Nice shaded trees growing over the street. I'm gonna do that quick. That's a fun one. I'm gonna wait for the light. Oh, here's a palm one too. So I can do that one, come back to this one. Oh, look at this vehicle. With the double axles in the back. What the hell is that? Only slightly less dopey looking than the Cybertruck. Do I have my own way? I do. Oh, you waited too long, dude. Sorry. I'm going. So tree covered street first, then we'll take the next one, which is palm lined, and then we'll go to Sunset. It's nice. This is when I learned some new guitar tricks on Machine Plus, as well as some drumming tricks. Alright, look at this guy. Let's turn it up a little bit. There you go. Look at those trees. Alright, pull up. I'm going too slow for you. Go around me, you motherfucker. I'm enjoying the trees. Leave me alone. Typical Tesla driver. Either on your ass or you're going too slow. That's a cool cubic building there. Like modern Adobe. There you go. Nice trees, shady, very beautiful street. Hate to ask what these places cost. And old ladies and dogs, or almost old ladies and dogs. Alright, that's good enough. I'm going to turn around and go look at the palm trees. Come on, cars, let's go. More trees. Nice cars on the street, Porsches. Let's go look at palm trees. Beverly Hills is famous for. We tried to open the Beverly Hills scene in Beverly Hills Cop with palm trees on the street, Beverly Hills sign, which I showed last night, Rodeo Drive footage I'm not going to go through. It's just overpriced, pretentious crap. Hill Road has the palm trees. Look at that. Nice mix of jade palms and sand palms. Coconut style palms. Yeah, it looks like a giant acacia tree down there too. Fanned out flat top tree like they're from Africa. It's like an acacia tree. Not sure what it is though. It's wild. We got some primitive trees too. These it's like monkey puzzle trees or Norfolk Island pines here, with the tiered, big gaps in the tiers of branches. No, it's just a weird, tailored, basically trimmed a pine to hell. From a distance, looks like a monkey puzzle tree. Here's a spruce of some kind. Probably a Himalayan spruce. And eucalyptus. You can't go anywhere in California without fucking eucalyptus. Yeah. There's a sycamore tree, or possibly a London plane tree. You guys in the UK know about that one, I'm sure. Don't go, you can't go, it's my turn. Oh, the guy's taking beauty shots of his wife there. Oops, that's not mine. Next one. All right, let's turn around and go to sunset. I think I only have one more of mine I haven't played yet. And then I might have to mute it for a bit and find another one so I don't get copyright claims or worse on the stream. There's a Noisevember thing I did. I got, haven't used Imposker for a while, and I bought the Ken Spong Touch Digital Controller for Imposker 2. Found like the only new one left in box in Australia, the whole world basically, because they only made 49 of them and he has one of them. So it's my first demo with it, just live tweaking it with the looper, doing some kind of John Carpenter meets Tangerine Dream thing. It's a mixed bag. Some of it's fun, some of it's kind of fucked up, but you get the idea. It goes on a little longer than I planned. I think I got carried away. In the moment, it was fun. But it sounds great. Imposker 2 is amazing. And I think I used a flanger at one point on the looper, RC505, and I used maybe another effect as well, just to change it up a bit. Dogs and more trees. House are really fucking nice houses. Jesus. It's like stuff you see in Coconut Grove from the movie Scarface, Florida. There too is a crazy place. Back on Sunset. Here we go. Let's go to the strip. So it's not so tilted up. Yeah, a few weird glitches in this one. I did a rip in my YouTube video because I couldn't find the file to put on the stick. And the ripping tool is sloppy. It made some digital glitches in this. then up ahead, that's the start of the strip. That guy's going fast on his hog there. Don't want to speed in Beverly Hills. Cops are very by the book. They're screwing around with all the rich people here and stuff. So at some point, it stops becoming Beverly Hills and they can run about here or the next street. You can see the sign I shot at last night. It has like a shield shape to it. It lights up at night. Yeah, that's the back side of it, just passing it. It's black from this angle. It's the marker telling you I just left Beverly Hills, but you don't have a sign going this way, just that way. And now all the billboards and fancy stuff. Boutiques, clubs, bars, restaurants. Some of this stuff was here a long time ago. It seems to be gone. I couldn't find it. I was looking for the Viper Room last night. It was a famous old club where Johnny Depp used to play when he was in a band. River Phoenix used to hang out there with his friends. Unfortunately, he overdosed in front of him, died in front of the Viper Room on the ground. Pretty brutal. Well, they also notice a lot of video billboards now. They use a lot of these portrait modes instead of landscape to match the buildings. It's all in Posca 2 presets, just looping and fading in and out. Tweaking some knobs on the controller. Like that bass here. This is Japanese pentatonic scale, Hirojoshi D. If I remember correctly, I have to look at the video. You can't turn like that, you stupid asshole. Jesus Christ. Drive a Mercedes, you can do whatever you want. Lots of fancy cars here. Oh, there's a McLaren in there. Oh, shit. That used to be a House of Blues, now it's called State Social House. Video billboard right there. Fancy stuff. Lots of money down here. Those damn glitches again, that stupid rip recording. Busy today. New time. Let's see. That's basically 4:35 right now, so right in the middle of the new time. The freeways are much worse right now. More buildings. Photo for the Halo show. Comedy Store. A lot of famous comedians play there over the years. Damn digital glitch. Cars blocking the bus lane. Our Saddle Ranch. Barney's. A weird place called Dough Bricks Pizza. It's very famous, kind of heavy pizza. Trocadero. Live nude girls. I guess they still have some strip clubs here. There's Pink Taco, which is, a Mexican restaurant, but they gotta be edgy. Oh, those glitches, man. officially the end of the nice Sunset Strip. But you get to the cluster of stores up here, CVS, Trader Joe's. You left all the fancy stuff. So Sunset keeps going, but it's, you know, now regular business for the plebeians. So. Anyway, just keep going down here. I hit Guitar Center, Sam Ash, all that stuff. Come on, man. What's going on? Still one gridlock. That was bad. There's a Laugh Factory, another famous comedy club. That's where Michael Richards from the Seinfeld show said the N-word a bunch of times to a bunch of people visiting there who were supposedly interrupting his show, and his career tanked. So, I gotta turn this down because it's not my track anymore. And I'm gonna go ahead here. So I can find anything else that I can play that I won't get my stream screwed up. It's kind of weird. I had a friend come over once. He was into music, but didn't really know how to play much. But yeah, liked gear and liked to follow stuff. And so he'd come over. We'd just play random stuff sometimes. I'd get him like a 303, a drum machine and stuff. Yeah, just go to town, have fun. I'll just do some weird crap in the background because I never knew what he was going to do. So we couldn't really do a normal jam where you would, you know, let's use these notes or let's do this scale or whatever. So it was mostly rhythmic stuff with some weird 3-3 stuff, which is fun. I mean, I was having fun with that. So this is one we did one night that was kind of weird. Super late. Just we had a bunch of caffeine or something. We were just up doing crazy stuff. So it's kind of long. I might not play the whole thing, but let's see. It's just slowly building with some stuff, and I'm doing some weird ass stuff with a microphone and my Voice Live 2 and some crazy effects and live percussion, and not something that I would probably release, but yeah, it was fun in the moment. I did some weird vocal stuff too. It was a little hot too, it got distorted a bit. You know, my percussion stuff coming in and vocal stuff here and there. Right there, I'm running some really crazy filters and stuff, effects on some percussion. Doesn't even sound like percussion half the time. Total experimental. Here's Guitar Center on the left. They have their own Hollywood Walk of Fame in the front. I can probably show that real quick before I turn it off. You even have the Sam Ash on the right and the Sam Ash drums on the left here next to Guitar Center. Just better park in the back here. Actually, look up here first, because I wanted to quickly. I like my backpack in the back. I don't want to take it in because you got to give it to some guys with a ticket. I don't know if they go through my shit. So, give me a minute here. I'll let this thing play while I move my backpack. Bear with me. Just listen to this crazy ass thing. Some of the percussion I was doing there. doggy. Put all this shit away in my backpack. Sorry, taking the oil there. Get in there. Gets a little shrill there. Yikes, needs some filter. He's going crazy with those boxes. Alright, hold on, I'll be back. I'm gonna put my shit in the bag. I was be dropping BBs on a frame drum. Actually, Baron. And then kind of switch them around too. Alright, time to go to Guitar Center. Come on, car, let's go. So yeah, it was fun. Just screwing around. No real plan. He was having a good time. I was having fun helping him out. That's me doing weird vocals with the effects. Guitar Center closes at 7 now, which is sad. It used to be at 9 o'clock. Maybe that was Sunday. I forgot. At some point, I showed him how to use scatter. Now he's playing with effects on the TR-8 and the scatter. Scatter's coming here. Yeah, it goes a little bit longer. You get the idea. God, I haven't listened to that for, was it 15 years ago? At least 10 years ago. Probably 15 years ago. Crazy shit. Time flies. Anyways, he was having fun. It was fun hanging out, and we didn't get a lot of music done together that I would normally release or, whatever. But it was all about the moment, having fun. He's a good guy, and he wanted to play with some gear, and I got everything all hooked up, and let's just do it. And I'm a night owl, so I'm already up. So let's have some fun. We did, I don't know how many sessions. I bring some gear over to his house, and he come over to my studio. And there's actually a couple tracks I snipped out of some like hour-long sessions that we did that were actually pretty good at some point, at least for a little while. I'll have to go back and track those down. I think somewhere on my SoundClouds, my Aquafx, my 4 channels of Aquafx SoundCloud. Since I'm too cheap to buy a SoundCloud account, I keep filling them up. So I have Aquafx 02, 03, 04, I think the last one I made. And that was just about full. So if I want to upload any more SoundCloud, I gotta make a 5. Anyway, so let's unplug this guy from the charger. Let's grab the stuff. See, now I don't have any gear. I don't have to check anything at the fucking store. So let's go for a stroll to see the Hollywood Walk of Fame Guitar Center. And I'm going to try to go around the front first, without having to go through the back and all the random stuff that nobody wants to see. Probably, I'll make a quick pass through with the camera on if it doesn't kill the stream, just for kicks. But I have a feeling it's going to kill the stream. There's so much metal and wires and concrete and stuff in the store, so we'll see what happens. So let's. Everything's secure. Everything's good. Just verify. So many fucking smash and grabs everywhere. You never know what people are going to do. Alright. Is anyone hanging out? And this stuff is safe. Let's give the gimbal a try again. I think it's okay. I think part of the reason it was acting funny last night wasn't charged properly. It was hot for a while, and then it wasn't hot, and then it was just a charge issue. So I'm gonna give it a shot again here. Hold on. Get this all lined up. For us, are good. All right. It's lined up. Still going. Still streaming. Car looks safe. Let's go for it. So it's getting later. We're getting some close to magic hour lighting here. It's a nice shadows of palm trees on the wall there. That's kind of cool. Looks a little bit like GTA stuff a little bit. All that Florida action. Thank you for shopping at Guitar Center. There's just a sweatshirt there if you guys want to come by and get a free sweatshirt. Makes a nice, what's the parking meter? Makes a nice coat rack. There's some Stevie Wonder shot there. And then we got people with band graffiti on the ground, little stencils down, and paint. There's another one. What's this one? Graffiti. Here's another one. These guys again, so they really hit the street. So we have similar signs to this in our area, for the San Francisco Bay. No dumping flows to bay. This is a nice whale shot here. Or dolphin, actually. But we have ones with clapper rails on it, which is nice. So, you know. Another one. Another one. There, Rashad. New Heights. Art That Kills. I love drummers. That's right in front of the drum store. It's the Sam Ash drum store. In fact, I think they closed before Guitar Center, so I'm going to go in here real quick just to look at new album 2022. Demu Bethel. Yeah, we get the idea. There's one more. Let's go to the store real quick and just look around. Then I'll show you the Walk of Fame. If I get cut off, I'll just leave the store. They have a lot of fun little percussion stuff I buy on trips. Portable sound makers. Use them once in a while. Shakers, mini kalimbas. In fact, kalimba I used on that one jam you heard on the drive was just one of those little hard ones. This pocket kalimba hooked to a microcosm. There's a nice kalimba down there. And there's chimes and stuff. Tongue drum. Eek. They used to carry the ATV A-frame here, but they stopped carrying it in North America pretty much everywhere. You got some Latin percussion, African percussion, Middle Eastern percussion. Tons of good stuff in here. But they're always playing some fun music, you know, like surf guitar and other things. That blue color is wild. Let's see. I'm pretty sure these guys. Let's go to here first because Sam Ash often has some interesting stuff that Guitar Center doesn't have, new or used. And again, if I get cut off, I'll leave and go do Guitar Center. He's singing and yelling at everybody. Just random homeless guy, looks like. He says, come in and play, and that's what I'm going to do. He's just going to make his own lane. Sad, there's a lot of people need mental help around here. Some meds or something. All the good stuff upstairs. Some mixing consoles and organs and stuff in here. Used things. RD 2000. Chord cross. Good used stuff here. Mulholland has a new model with some weird artwork on it. It's interesting. It's like a limited edition. Mark II 404. Some various used things around here. Controllers. Black Mini Lab, I haven't seen one of those. Super 6. 5. A lot of controllers right here. And some like home keyboard stuff over here. Even that vocal Casio in the corner there. And this is where the fun stuff is. Classic fingerprint view. Look at that shiny JDXA, just like the JDXI. It's always a hum in here. Jupiter X. Some Nord stuff. A3, wow, it's an old one. rock stuff. X. Alice. Okay, nothing that stands out this time compared to last time. So, aerial view of the store.
Yeah, kind of like. Yeah, it would be better, but for now, I'm still kind of big. Yeah, balance cables are better. I think for most of that stuff, they're probably
Some mixtures and stuff.
actually the execution.
Some Lemmy. Nice guitar room. Got a sitar over there too. See that blue box? That's a sitar. I have one of those. Alright, let's go to. These are mostly the same. I love LR. Mikey Rodden. 1 million. War is near. Isn't it always? That guy again. All the same shit. There's Guitar Center there. It's a pretty big store. Some magic hour lighting down there in the trees. All right, quick look at the Walk of Fame here. And then this next, just down from here is this place called the Sunset Grill. And the previous owner, oh, it's all the same shit there. Previous owner, when it was still called Sunset Grill, back then, was where Don Henley was hanging out and wrote about that song, The Sunset Grill. So it's not the same place anymore, but that's where right down here is the place he wrote the song about. I don't know if it's there anymore, but I used to drive by it. Just a few doors down here from the main entrance. So the Guitar Center, here's their Walk of Fame in the front with actual footprints to imitate Grauman's Chinese Theater. Handprints of all kinds of folks. Here's Toto. Steely Dan. ZZ Top. John Winter. Some sign and some don't. ELP. Doobie Brothers, much bigger. Motorhead. Peter Frampton. Robert Moog right there with a signature. Stevie Wonder. Some of these guys I don't know. Les Paul. Who's Edward Van Halen? Joe Zawinul, AC/DC. Oh, this is the guy who wrote Battle of Fear and Honor or something like that. It's used in Kill Bill. Black Crows, Crazy Brothers, Slash, Steve Vai, Jeff Beck, Jimmy Page, Steve Miller. Did a crazy drawing too there, Steve Miller. Bonnie Raitt, Smokey Robinson, Yukutaro Takahashi, and Mr. Flash, Adventures, Steve Gadd, Linkin Park, Janet Dean, Brian Wilson, all kinds of stuff here. I'm gonna look for some synth guys real quick. Jeff Leppard, Todd Rundgren, Jethro Tull, Ted Nugent, a piece of crap, Ted Nugent. Jerry Lee Lewis, Dick Clark, Phil Ramone, Tony Levin. He's got the bass fingers on. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Satriani, The Cure, Leonard Skinnard. Oops. Korn. Los Lobos. Jack Bruce. Alex Van Halen's got his own. Jimmy Baker, Black Sabbath. Bootsy Collins. Stanley Clarke, B.B. King. Kiss. Peter Criss is separate from Kiss. That's hilarious. The Rock Walk. Oh no, so I'm surprised they're not separate since they hate each other now. Nancy Wilson, Ann Wilson. Oh, Van Halen have their own from a long time ago, I guess. Wrecking Crew. Larry Carlton, Zach Wilde. Remove. See, one's upside down. Zappa. Didn't even press all the way in. Mysterious as always. Miles and Papas. Herbie Hancock. Aerosmith gets the corner. Get an angle on there. DNC, Dale, Ozzy, Ike Turner. Some big hands, good for beating up Tina with. X, local band. Room for more people. This could be you. Smashing Pumpkins, Cheap Trick, Queen, Scorpions, Yardbirds, Jane's Addiction, Kansas, a lot of guys in Kansas, although he wasn't here for his hand. Rush, Steve Jordan, Funk Brothers, Yngwie Malmsteen. He's got big hands. Goo Goo Dolls. Oh, it was Yes. I think I missed Yes. Gotta have Yes in there. Even had to extend it. Fire. Germ, Sonic Youth. Grace Slick. This is the drawing. No handprints. Isaac Brothers. Chris Christopherson. Ah, there we go. Now it's overheated again. This gimbal's acting crazy. Alright. Chris Christopherson. Eric Clapton. Steven Stills. Blondie. Loggins, Moody Blues, Ron Seaver. And then they have guitars from people. John Lee Hooker's guitar there. Santana. Michael Anthony's bass. Ron Wood. So, actually, I might do a couple. Might do some photogrammetry of these guys so I can make 3D models out of it. Muddy Waters, Miles Davis, Dimebag Darrell, Jaco Pastorius, Dick Dale, Orianthi. She played all with Michael Jackson on that tour. He died trying to get finished. B.B. King, Zach Wild, Flea's bass, Kirk Hammett, Vincent. Yeah, Buddy Rich is the sourpuss, as you would expect. Kurt Cobain. Johnson. And of course, you gotta have the Frankenstein guitar from Edward Van Halen. Pretty cool. I'm gonna go in real quick and just walk around, and then I'll come out and do some 3D scans of some of these heads on the wall, just for kicks. Some big guitar thing. There we go. Guitars. It's a fancy guitar there. This is our keyboard section. So I've had this here for a long time. This is when I first got a chance to play it. 16 voice Moog 1. One thing I didn't like for sure is these metal things are very slippery. They don't grip very well in the middle. Pitch bend mod. That's a nice one. They sold their floor model Sub Fatty. Got some percussion controllers and stuff here. All the Rolkas. All the really rolling stuff. A few of the boutiques they still sell. They even got a KO2 like they had at NAMM. I'd be surprised if they brought it over here from NAMM. Often have some good used stuff. Last time I was here, they had an Andromeda. It was a pretty good price. Axe Edge. Got that giant sword in Final Fantasy. My voice sounds like I got a frog in my throat. I didn't sleep well last night, so I got some sleep, but it wasn't great. There's that new gold Casio they had at the show that Michael Whalen was playing. A lot of Williams stuff here. Apparently that's their brand. I didn't know that. It's like Simmons and Williams are Guitar Center brands. Which one is this? The black matriarch looks like. Or is it the grandmother? That's a grandmother. No, that's a matriarch. Black matriarch, yeah. Wave state, normal wave state. Mixers, that's all used stuff. Bunch of used stuff back here. shit, they cleared it all out. Last time I was here was full. Holy smokes. All the used stuff you had back here, did you get rid of it, or is it a different place?
No, it's all around. It's like up here.
Up here, okay. I'm just looking. I'm so used to coming to this room to find it. So
Yeah, they're like redoing and making this whole like display thing here.
no problem. Yeah.
So all the keyboards are kind of like right here.
Oh,
and
here, yeah.
Right there.
Okay.
The DJ stuff we put next to the DJ stuff, like over in that corner.
Okay.
And then if you go back up the stairs and head to the right, there's like 5, 6 glass cages all in a row with all the rest of the used stuff.
Nice. Thanks.
We tried to like get all the used stuff out of the deep dark corners.
Yeah, because a lot of people don't know. I found it years ago and I kept coming back. So yeah. Thanks.
Oh, we still have just as much used stuff. It's just all in a different place.
Yeah. Thank you. That's all. Just the used stuff that came out of that room. Never seen a Phantom S88. Crazy. This is the first place I saw a Timberland Miko, because no stores were carrying it, and then eventually I bought one used for dirt cheap. Some over here, I think.
Yeah, this is all majority.
Maybe. Some speakers. Oh, over there. This wall. Oh boy, it's like a maze in here. Phantom. $900. That's a lot for a used Rolly. Nectar. These are the first fancy controllers they made with motorized fader. All the time, yeah. I have a bunch of them. But that's a lot for a used one. $900 when the Rise 2 is out for just a little bit more.
You think they're worth it?
I love them. I have everyone but the Grand and the Rise 2. I have the little one. I have the blocks. I have the 25. I have the 49. I just use an iPad all the time. It's some, it takes them to get used to. But until Osmos came out, a few other things, there's nothing like it for control. And it's Bluetooth, battery powered.
I'm assuming since with like Aftertouch it works with that.
It's way beyond that. It's MPE. So it's beyond polyphonic Aftertouch. It's even more.
Like I have a Prophet 6. I'm assuming it would work with that.
Probably in Aftertouch mode, not in MPE mode. But I don't know about Prophet 6 came out before MPE. As far as I know, I don't have one. But you got to look at the specs. So there's polyphonic Aftertouch. There's Aftertouch. There's channel Aftertouch, and then which is the old school Aftertouch. And then there's MPE, which is a whole different ball of wax. So like on this one with the squidgy keys, one of the directions you can modulate is up the key, like each key is a ribbon. So they call it 5 Ds of touch. There's velocity, lift off. Those are 2. Then you got pressure, and you got glide and slide. Slide is the vertical.
Oh.
So you got 5 controls, and it's pretty wicked. Now the Osmos does a lot of those in a little different way, and you can actually use the Osmos with the Equator software that it's meant to be used with the Rolly. So if you buy one, you're not stuck with Rolly ecosystem. And if you buy the Rise 2, the new one, it even has a MIDI out. You don't need a computer at all. It's pretty cool. So yeah, check it out.
You're saying check out Osmos and the
well, I mean they're both not
Rolly
cheap,
ecosystem,
but the Rise is cheaper than the Osmos. The Osmos just went up after the Kickstarter to like $1,800, something like that. I got it for $900.
I actually just bought a new Solar 42. I don't know if you've ever seen that thing. That thing's pretty wild.
Yeah, I'm more into this
Maybe
kind
it's
of.
a gimmick, but
Yeah, I'm more into this kind of thing.
I'm a piano player, but I was like, this thing just looks really cool. I like
Well, I mean-
music. Maybe it'll be a new, fresh breath.
Guys like
Excuse me.
Oh, sorry. Oh, new stuff coming in. Guys like, obviously Jordan Rudess is involved because he was one of the early backers of the company. He kind of helped them launch. So he's in a lot of the old videos for it. But, you know, Hans Zimmer, a bunch of guys are all using this stuff, right? Because it's so expressive. If you put on the right instrument, it's, you know, but not everything is going to be perfect sample accurate stuff because it's synthesis. It's using this thing called the Egan matrix from the Hawking continuum. So it's just math functions. It's crazy shit. There's FM. There's all kinds of stuff. The physical modeling. It's really amazing stuff on the Osmos. But it's hard as hell to edit. If you run out of presets you don't like anymore and you're tired of micro edits on the keyboard, then you got to go launch Max MSP, open the Hawken Egan Matrix editor, and edit the brain inside of the Osmos. And most people don't want to do that. They don't even want to run Max MSP. So, but you can. It's free. If you get the demo version, it doesn't expire. It just lets you keep using the thing. But I would just say roll it, because if you're already a piano player, you're already used to keyboard, it already has all the landmarks on there, right? Mm-hmm. You just got to get really good at your finger placement, because like most people learn when they start playing this thing and doing chords, you learn very quickly. Do you spread your fingers automatically when you do chords, or are you tight? Because if you spread a little bit, you go, because every note is individual.
Want to have good form.
Yeah, you got to learn, get those adductor muscles working and be tight. Don't spread, because some people press hard and it spreads, or they just don't think about it because piano doesn't do that, right? Yeah. This thing is very delicate. You can dial down it's like training wheels. You can dial down the sensitivity or turn it off in a piano mode, but then you're losing some of the good stuff the box has to begin with. So if you're not sure about it, get the little Rolly Block keyboard, the 25 or 20. It's like technically 24 key one. Still battery operated, still Bluetooth, still super expressive. The keys are a little bit fatter than this, so a little easier to land the note. The new Rise 2 has these little strips at the top of every key, so you can feel where the sweet spot is if you're not looking. Otherwise, you really have to get the muscle memory down. So I'm eventually going to save up for Rise 2. I haven't gotten one yet, but I have all, like I said, I have all the other ones except for the Grand, the original one, and the Rise 2.
This is the 2 right here.
This is the Rise 1.
Oh, I thought I saw 2.
Does this say 2 on it?
Something else. Let's see. Maybe it's a scratch. I have no idea. On the far left.
I don't know. Oh, they got 2 of them here, stacked. Because the Rise 2 is silver, I thought. Yeah, the regular Rise. The Rise 2 has a silver border on it, so you know immediately. So they have 2 of the regular Rises here, stacked on top of each other, which is actually not good for them. They shouldn't be doing that, but they don't care. These guys aren't keyboard guys anyway. They just sell shit. But yeah, Rise 2 has silver and has a proper MIDI out. I think it's USB MIDI, but it's still class compliant. So you can hook a converter to it, hook it to any DIN 5 MIDI source, and don't use a computer at all, which is very cool. Otherwise, you're stuck tethering to an iPad or to a computer, which I've been doing. Most of my stuff is not hooked to a computer. But
you said this is with the newest one?
No, the newest one, the MIDI, yes. This one, it's all done through Bluetooth MIDI, which PCs don't do well. So you might be able to get what do you call it?
I just don't really know if I have good synths that are compatible, because I have a Yamaha keyboard. I've got
anything that's a VST will work with it. If it's going through the computer, anything will work with it. If it's not going through the computer, you route through something. It sends MIDI. It's just you need a computer to go somewhere, because it's not a standalone device. The new one has USB standalone because they knew people were bitching about, hey, I want to use this with my Mini Moog, or use this with my whatever. Even though it's not MPE, they still want to control other keyboards with it. They don't want to use it with something that's always hooked to a computer. So, but the iPad.
Thanks for the advice, dude. Are you on Instagram?
Oh yeah, yeah. Just I'm mainly on YouTube. In fact, I'm actually streaming on YouTube right now. So, because I've shown people a tour of the store. I just came from NAMM. I was at NAMM all weekend, but it's one word: synth addict. Because I have way too many synths. Although there's no such thing as too many synths. So. But I do have too many because I'm broke. So.
try to nerd out before I.
I just
buy
shot that. It was a hardware jam thing from today, but if you check back later, at least your voice will be on the stream because. Yes. So, if you want to be physically on the stream, I'll show you. Hey, go ahead and say you have a channel.
Hey, I'm drummer for Electric Preacher. I'm Gary. And,
Cool.
Enjoy the store.
He's gonna buy a Rolly, everybody. I got a convert. Trying to get more Rolly people out there, or more MPE people. Excuse me. Osmos is great, but some people who recently got Osmos didn't like it because it was either too digital for them and not realistic enough. But that's not the point. The point is because the engine allows so much control of timbres, flutes sound amazing on it. Wind instruments in general sound amazing on it. Brassy stuff, FM things that sound like real things. Those all sound great. Weird sound effects, crazy. I mean, it's a smorgasbord of shit. But if you want real strings, like full-on orchestral strings, it ain't gonna do it. It's not meant for that. Eventually, they could add that functionality to the engine, or some good programmer could make all those little tweaks in there. But it just depends on your skill level and which engines you have. Like I was watching Anthony Marinelli, who used to work with Michael Jackson on Thriller and a bunch of other stuff. He was at NAMM doing some live demos. He sat there with an ARP 2600 and did a helicopter, engine spinning up, rotor spinning up, takeoff, Doppler shift, all that shit, all live on the 2600 from scratch. Because he knows that thing like the back of his hand. And I was like, what the fuck? He did that in 30 seconds. You know, the whole sequence. And then the Doppler shift as it flies away. And it's like, he doesn't need samples. He can sound design like the best of them. So, and that's what the Osmos.
Video the other
Yeah.
month, I was like,
But that's what the Osmos will do. To a certain extent, because it's math. So if you can totally figure out the system, how it works, and program your ass off, you can have it do so much shit. Because FM is very powerful. Most people just do basic, boring bell sounds and buzzy sounds and stuff on FM. But people don't realize this. But do you know GeForce software? The real high quality VSTs from the UK. They make several Oberheim synths now that sound just like the real thing, and their software.
VSTs?
Yeah, OBE. They have one for the ARP Axe called Axe S, and they have a couple other ones. And you listen, you go, oh my God, this is glorious. It's all FM programming.
Wow, okay.
Behind the scenes, it's FM.
GeForce?
Yeah, so I mean, that's a secret weapon, because the guy who built the engine understands that FM is, that's why John Chowning championed the FM thing for a long time from Stanford. Because if you know what you're doing, it does a lot of shit. Mm-hmm. Compared to analog synths, which are limited, although our 2600 is analog, and that guy was doing helicopters with it. So, I mean, not just a rotor, but the whee and the rhyme, all that stuff, the whining noise. So if you know what you're doing and you have enough sources, you can do live stuff really, really well. But most people are just preset jockeys, don't tweak shit. And I'm guilty of that too, because I have too many things, I can't learn them all. And I want to just make music sometimes. I don't give a shit about programming everything. So, it's not yours if you didn't make all the patches. Like, fuck off. I don't have time for all that.
Yeah.
Who does, unless you're a sound designer? But, if you're on the fence, Osmos is more expensive than a Rise. Osmos is a lot harder to program than a Rise. The Equator software is very good. They also make this F-Expansion company owned by Rolly also makes Cypher 2 and Strobe 2 and some really cool VSTs to go with it. And there's a bunch of iPad stuff that goes with it too. So you have a portable keyboard, Bluetooth and battery, portable iPad, full connection via Bluetooth, super easy. Hook it to speakers or headphones or whatever. And you got a crazy ass instrument.
Like a MacBook Air, the new M1 is in lieu of a...
My Air is old. I mean, my Air was when I started working at Apple for the 5th time from like 2014. That's how old my Air is. So, I know I have a lot of friends who have the new stuff. I don't have. I'm bleeding edge more on PCs than I am on Macs, but I use both. I'm an IT person, so I have to pretty much keep up with PCs. The Macs I do for fun because I basically grew up on Macs. But in the early days of all the VST stuff, it was only on PCs, right? Mac, you had like the AU and the RTAS for Pro Tools, and it took a long time to make VST wrappers for stuff until finally Apple programs started supporting VSTs. So when I wanted to do all this cool stuff, I was using PCs, and my Mac friends were like, "I can't use that." I'm like, "Well, sorry, buy a PC." You know, you gotta if you're into computers at all, get both.
Yeah.
Seriously, I mean this whole like Mac versus PC thing is so stupid, because they're both useful machines. They both do a lot of shit, and because PCs are generally cheap enough, you can afford one after you bought your Mac. You know, just buy one.
I feel like I should have a desktop PC just for like storage and just as the just in the studio.
Or a laptop, because if you're going to use your PC for a lot of like keyboard duties and stuff, you want to bring it to the unit and prop it up on something, and send your SysX
That's
patches
what I
and
have.
stuff.
I've got 3 MacBook Airs. No, I've got 2 MacBook Airs, a Pro, and like my dream is my guitarist, my bass player each has their own like station.
Yeah.
And then I have mine, and I'm controlling synths with Ableton, and everything is linked.
And do you have Ableton Suite?
Yeah.
Try Max MSP. I mean Max for Live.
Max
Holy
for Live,
shit.
yeah,
That's a whole other
next
thing.
step.
I started messing with that recently. Unfortunately, you can't bring Max MSP stuff over to it very easily. You have to reinterpret everything. So the Hawken editor for that does not work
How
in
does
Max.
that fit into like a live band recording session or a live band?
However you want it to.
live
You can make
session?
instruments in Max for Live.
Yeah.
There are people at Stanford, when I went to the Stanford Karma tour, their electronic music section there, their open house shows all kinds of shit. They have guys making weird experimental projects just with Max for Live or Max MSP. And electroacoustic stuff. Well, I mean, you already have it. I mean, again, it's a whole other thing to learn, and if you don't have time to
I know
even...
people make tools, and I'm sure it's just like I can just program a APC 40 or a couple knobs to some device that some genius made, and it's probably $50 to find and
Well, it's important to me now because I have other YouTube channels. I have a microscope channel and astronomy channel, so I have video content I can use to drive with Max MSP or Max for Live. I can use the video content to drive synthesizers. I mean, that cool shit, right? I mean, I can go to like a very busy slide with all kinds of protozoans and stuff whizzing by, and they're gonna synth for me. They're gonna make shit. I don't have to do anything. I just turn the patch on and tweak some knobs, and then and they're gonna make some weird ass XY coordinates, kind of weird synthy sounds and effects, and that's fun, right? Because it's I'm just sitting back watching the show and tweaking some stuff. So that's my next thing. I'm gonna do that.
incorporate video.
Yeah, there's some really good videos on how to do it. I just need to sit down and do it. I've just been lazy lately. So anyway, if you're on the fence about Rolly, you do get used to the squidgy keyboard unless it absolutely bugs the shit out of you. So play with one for a while, get the cheap 25 key one, and see if it's for you at all. And you haven't spent much money. It's like $300, And then if you like it, it's a portable controller. I mean, I have in my backpack right now. I have the 25 key one and my laptop and an iPad. So I have a choice, whatever I want to do with it. And just really need the iPad and the keyboard. I don't need anything else. And it's Bluetooth. And as I have other Bluetooth keyboards, like the XME stuff, the X key and stuff. But you can also make Bluetooth work better on PCs with XME has God, it's been a long weekend. I'm drawing a blank on it. There's the WIDI. It's a wireless MIDI. And it's high quality, very fast, Bluetooth 5 level MIDI transmission. Way faster than audio because it's Bluetooth 5 and it's just MIDI. It's simple data. And PC Bluetooth MIDI stinks. It generally doesn't work. I've heard some people kludge it and make it work, but you put WIDI on the PC.
Really that much better because I have all Apple. I don't have any PC.
It just depends on what you're doing and your preference, really. I mean, that's why I said these days everyone wants to fight.
But for the Bluetooth, you said.
Well, because they give a shit, right? They give a rat's ass about that. They want it to work. PCs are like so many vendors. They can't keep it all straight. It's it depends which machine you bought, which thing you installed, all this kind of stuff. So, but if you install a WIDI plug, these little like $50 to $80 little plugs, depending on how you want to use it, different styles, it adds Bluetooth MIDI to your PC or your Mac, or even your gear. I bought a WIDI and plugged it into my MC101 Roland, and made that Bluetooth. It's not Bluetooth, but I made it Bluetooth. And then I connected the X-Key Bluetooth keyboard to it. And I have a whole system without a computer without wires because the X key keyboard is battery. Well, I did put a battery into the 101 because it doesn't have a battery. It's USB powered. So I use a power brick to power it,
Okay.
and the keyboard is battery. So other than the power brick, there are no wires. There's no computer, and I'm sitting there playing the synth sounds on a MC101 with the keyboard, all Bluetooth.
Wow.
So that's WIDI.
Witty. Okay.
WIDI, you can actually WIDI your entire fucking studio. There are no wires anywhere, assuming you don't have interference and stuff. It'd be hard in this room with all this interference and other shit going on, but a live performance potentially. But at
That's a
home,
good idea, man. I have got some in my studio.
well, think about it. You buy long MIDI cables, you buy MIDI splitters and all these kind of like hubs and stuff, and that's also expensive too. You buy a handful of WIDIs in bulk, probably get a deal. I don't know, maybe I don't know where, but you could potentially, and WIDI your whole goddamn studio, you know. So
Write that down. All right, man. Well,
WIDI.
do you have what are your thoughts on expression pedals? I gotta buy like 5 of them. Like for synth and
I have a
guitar.
bunch of weird ones just to try different ones, but the cheapo M Audio or Roland ones work okay. They just maybe don't last as long as some other ones.
Okay.
But you want to make sure it at
The
least
only one that's
has.
CV
Yeah,
and,
well then that limits. You got to look at the certain specs on it. Like I bought a what is it? The guys. God, my brain is all foggy today. The guys who make all the really cool guitar pedals.
Teenage Engineering.
No, guitar pedals, the old school from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and stuff, and still make them. They make reverbs, they make a bunch of stuff. No, my brain is fried. You send me a message on the thing, on YouTube, and I'll respond to you. And also, my Instagram is also the same thing. It's just synthetic. So. But my brain will be in better shape to figure all this out. But essentially, they make a pedal that's like solid as a super metal pedal. No, mine has. Is this YouTube? Yeah, mine looks like it has a V-synth on it. Keep going. Keep typing. Oh, this is Instagram. That's why. Yeah, that's me. I use a different icon for Instagram. That's a Conbrio ADS200. But and on my YouTube link is in there as well if you look at the details.
Yeah, I subscribe to you on YouTube.
But anyway, this company, Electro Harmonics. Electro Harmonics makes this pedal that doesn't even have a mechanism. It's a metal thing that has accelerometer in it. So you unfortunately you can't leave it. So expression pedals you can leave. This one, there's no moving parts outside. But what's cool about it is it has MIDI and CV and everything else. And it's built like a tank. But it also can't be left in a position. You have to leave your foot on it.
Weird.
But it's one piece, and you just throw it in a bag and take it. It's very durable. It's a cool idea. But if you need to have it stuck like it's a knob position, that won't work.
Yeah.
But just get the M Audio ones. The M Audio ones are really cheap and they work. But I can't remember if they have CV. If they don't,
Voyager, I have to use it.
they have polarity switches on them. Make sure it's a polarity switch. That's only the major difference I've seen in any keyboard is a polarity switch. If it doesn't work right away, switch to polarity and it should work. Also make sure the damn synth is even seeing it, because sometimes you have to turn it on. It's not on by default in the software, in the brain. And you also have to enable it for a certain function. So I tried to set my JP8000 with the expression pedal. It's a fucking pain in the ass. I finally got it to work. It's an old Roland from the 90s.
Yeah, it's classic.
It's the first Super Saw synth. But it was a pain in the ass to get it to work, and I finally got it to work, and then I never touched it. Okay, cool, now it's working. But you got to do that for every one of your things. So you got to learn how it works, how it talks. Does it save the goddamn setting, or yeah.
I feel like I'm behind the ball. I've had a Prophet 6 for like a year, and I don't have any.
I'm jealous. I'd actually rather have an OB6, but they're both really good.
Me too. I couldn't find one.
But I have a Poly Evolver, and that's my favorite. My favorite Dave Smith thing since he came back. Although the other ones are really cool and fancier and potentially like warmer sounding than mine, but Poly Evolver's half digital, half analog, and whacked out as hell. It's only 4 voice unless you expand it with the mini evolvers or the evolver racks. But I added some mini evolvers to it, the desktop evolvers, and you can poly chain and make them up to 8 voice.
You know what I want to buy really bad? Is a cluster
Mocha Fogers,
flux,
yeah.
the cluster flux
Or if you're if
pedal.
you're if you're a
Have you
software
seen
guy
that
and
one?
if you're a software guy and you don't want to spend a lot of money,
Yeah.
get the PC Mac version or the iPad version because they're really cheap and they sound amazing. I bought the whole thing when they first released them. I think the whole pack was like $50 or $100 or something like that. It was not a lot of money.
Yeah, it works really well.
It's awesome and it's skeuomorphic. It looks just like the real thing. Get the blinking lights, the knobs, the whole thing.
Yeah.
So that's if it's and I'll use it
Gonna
in
go
like
through a computer
on
anyway.
an iPad. Use AUM, which is like a mini DAW with the effects and returns and sliders and stuff. So you can start stacking synths and effects in there and use it as a portable DAW kind of
AOM on the
thing.
iPad.
AUM. There are a bunch of them out there, but AUM is like one of the main ones people use. And then you can have all these plugins. They're AU-V3 plugins. So Audio Units V3 for Mac and for iOS. They even work on your phone, but the interface is so small. So just get iPad if you don't have it. You can go crazy. But anyway, I'm going to run through and do a quick tour. So. Oh, all right. I mean, if you ever stop learning, you're basically dead, right? So
Sure.
it's the way it goes. Anyone else talking to hit me up online. And,
Okay.
so,
Yeah,
thanks.
Gary, nice to meet
Okay, cool. Thank you. All right, quick tour of the rhythm section here.
Yeah, so you would then go microphone straight into like the 73.
Yeah, nice little fun percussion section. All kinds of cool things that you could sample or you could use live. Or I used to play some with my niece and nephew, bring stuff over and make little rhythms and stuff. They, okay, now you do this and you do this, and it was fun. Didgeridoo, I got one of these Meinl didgeridoos. They're pretty cheap. They sound decent. And you need more cowbell. And nice percussion stuff set up here. And then they have hand pan as well as steel drum. They don't have the mallets here. Pretty cheap though, only $249 for a steel drum. E drums. Regular drums. Guitar heaven over here. This feels like NAMM now. You guys are gonna go, oh, not guitars again. Not those goddamn guitars. Stick bags. It's very dense though. It's not a huge room, but they really packed it well. Way better than the San Jose store near me. Very nice layout, and then they have this nice fancy stuff in the wood room in the back. The Van Halen. I wonder how many of these he had. So it just keeps going and going and going. Rooms upon rooms upon rooms of guitars. Gibson Les Paul, 1952, signed by Les Paul. Yeah, there's the Edge, 75 Gibson from U2. Yeah, it's very densely packed. And you come to buy a guitar for the first time, if you're into guitars, and you're just totally overwhelmed. The shapes, the colors, the features, it's like, holy shit. Well, I'm going to use the restroom, guys, so. It's Eric Clapton's Blackie guitar. Dinged up. It's so funny because it looks a lot like my Fender Squire. It was like $150, but obviously this is a much nice guitar. They just look the same.
Would you like another bag or you fine?
Anyway, I'm gonna leave it here. It's getting dark out there. I'm gonna start driving around somewhere else pretty soon. So thanks for watching and chatting and all that good stuff. And more streams come tomorrow when I'm heading home. So see you guys soon. Thanks.